Hi, my name is Jake, and I am a bookish drummer. So for today's video, I'm bringing you guys yet another mini book haul / retail therapy. So I think the last time my retail therapy was because Stacy left and I was feeling sad. So I went book shopping to like boost my spirits, lift my spirits higher. Can you take me higher? Probably gonna cut that out. But the second time around is not anything serious, but as you can tell, I am a Miami Heat fan, and we made it to the finals, but we couldn't pull it out, and we lost to the Nuggets in 5 games. We really shouldn't have made the finals. Like no one predicted us to get past the Bucks or the Celtics. The fact that we even really won a game against the Nuggets is kind of crazy, but I mean, oh well. We lost, and I had some store credit at Second and Charles, so I went book shopping, and I got 4 books, which I will show y'all, plus a blind date with the book. I have no idea what this book is going to be. I know what these books are, and you'll find that out soon. I'll save this for the end of the video, and oh, you got the back of that book, I think. But anyway, let's go ahead and what do I usually say? Enough of the preamble. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so let's start off with an author that I've read before. He's one of my all-time favorite author, although he's more of a middle grade / YA author. You might be able to tell who I'm talking about, but that would be The Secret Sheriff of 6th Grade by none other than Jordan Sonnenblick, of course, the author of Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie, and many other great books. I think this is supposed to be definitely more on the younger side. It's probably not going to be that great, but I'm probably going to just try to read all of his books. So I got this for like $2 at Second and Charles. I love the alliteration. I'm sure it's going to be dumb, but you know, whatever. If I need something to just probably cheer my mood up a little bit, I'll pick this up and read it in a couple of hours. I also found this book, which intrigued me from the premise and the title and the cover. It's just all sounds intriguing. And that would be A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. And you might recognize that name because I think he's doing like a fantasy trilogy called, oh God, what's it called? Black Leopard, White Wolf? I can't remember the title, but he does this fantasy series. It's got mixed reviews. I may or may not try it, but I found this for it's like $6, and the premise sounds pretty intriguing. It's supposed to be all about like a group of people who are trying to assassinate Bob Marley or something. It like takes place in the 70s. And it sounds pretty interesting, and it's got decent reviews on Goodreads, so I'm going to give it a shot one of these days. Some of the reviews say it starts out a little slow, and then it gets pretty good, so I have no idea when I'm going to read it, but I'll get it eventually, and I really like this cover, too. Someone on my Discord was reading a Thomas Pynchon, I don't know how to say his name, but they're reading a novel, I think it's called Mason and Dixon. Airplane. Someone on my Discord said that they were reading a Thomas Pynchon novel. I think that's how you say it. And it's called Mason and Dixon. And I've heard of that book. I think I heard another booktuber talking about it, and they said it's super weird. And they said it's probably not the best place to start. And I asked them, well, what would be a good place to start? And they said Inherent Vice, which I know it's a movie, right? Yeah, now a motion picture. Never seen the movie. I have no idea what it's about, but it's probably a good place to start, like he said, because it's a bit on the shorter side. I know his books are supposed to be pretty weird, and out there, so this will probably be the best place to start. Again, I have no idea when I'll be able to get to it, but hopefully I can get to it sometime soon and figure out what this book is about. And if I like it, I could try to move on to other Thomas Pynchon. How do you say this author's name? I don't know. Pynchon? I don't know. Another book that caught my eye at the bookstore was The Night Singer by Johanna Mo, or Joanna Mo. Geronimo. Oh my God. So the summary of this book sounds pretty interesting. Police detective Hannah Dunker didn't expect to return to her native O-land, where secrets linger and collective memory is long and unforgiving. She fled after her father's murder conviction and returned to make peace with her shame. Now she has a new job with the local police and a nosy new partner. A 15-year-old's death catapults her into a murder investigation that resurrects ghosts from her previous life. As she hunts for the truth, she must confront the people she abandoned. Not all are pleased to see her back home, and she soon learns that digging through the past comes with consequences. Author Joanna Mo crafts a propulsive and poignant island noir, exploring the fallout of when good people do bad things. So that sounds pretty interesting. A little bit more expensive. It was $9, but I had a bunch of store credit, and I actually got all these books for free, essentially. So I figured I'd take a little bit of a risk and read something that I've never heard of. I didn't even look it up on Goodreads to see if it has a good rating or not. Could be a 4, it could be a 2. I have no idea, but either way, I'll get to it eventually, hopefully. And now we venture into the exciting part of the video where I figure out what this mystery book is. Blind date with the book. On the cover here, it says inconsistent psychic, crime solving, murder, bombs, and witty humor. So I couldn't really figure out what that is. Some of them I could kind of tell maybe what the books were, because they had a bunch of these. One of them sounded like a Ruth Ware book, and I didn't want to get that. Another one kind of sounded more like a YA book, and I didn't want to do that. This one I really couldn't tell what it was. So I'm hoping it's a book that A, I haven't read before, and B, a book that I don't own. So let's go ahead and dig into it and figure out what the heck this is. I'm going to close my eyes, make sure I don't tear into the book. And you guys will be able to see it before I do. Oh, that fell off. Okay, so I'm closing my eyes, can't see. Hopefully this is in frame. Have I read this book? Do I own it? I'm going to figure out right now. Grave Reservations, Cherry Priest. I feel like I've heard of that author before. I don't know, but I've never heard of this book. Kind of an interesting cover, kind of artsy. Apparently it's delightful, says New York Times. Let's see. Psychic visions guaranteed. Accuracy not so much. Meet Lita Foley, devoted friend, struggling travel agent, and inconsistent psychic. When she impulsively rebooks Seattle PD detective Grady Merritt's flight, she has no idea that her life is about to change in ways she could have never foretold, even though she's a fucking psychic. When his original plane blows up on the runway, shit, Grady begins to suspect that Lita's special abilities could help him with a cold case he just can't crack. Despite her scattershot premonitions, she agrees to join the investigation for a secret reason. Her fiancé's murder remains unsolved. Oh boy. With a ragtag group of her bar patrons and nights spent honing Lita's skills at clairvoyant karaoke, oh boy, Lita and Grady set out to catch a killer. That sounds like it could be a fun book. I don't know. Yeah. No idea when I'll get to it or if I'll get to it, but yeah. I'm glad I don't own it and I haven't read it yet, so win-win. And this was like $5, so yeah. So far I'm lucking out with these blind date books. It always sucks to get a book that like you're either just not interested at all or you've already read it or you already own it. You're just like, well, damn. But I don't own this book and I haven't read it and it sounds fairly interesting. So A win-win altogether. All right, so in conclusion, in summary, The Secret Sheriff of Sixth Grade. This is probably the book that I'll get to the soonest because I've read the author and I like his stuff, obviously. This one I might try this year, probably. Inherent Vice. I'm intrigued, even though I don't really know anything about it. This one I would love to get to if I have time this year. A Brief History of Seven Killings. I didn't even know that Bob Marley... Was he assassinated or did he die? Well, obviously he died, but I don't know how he died. I don't know, but either way, I think it'll be a fun kind of like throwback to the 70s, so we'll see. This one sounds pretty intriguing. Don't know if I'll get to it anytime soon, though. The Night Singer. And then this one sounds like it could be fun. Grave Reservations. Maybe a potential Thrill, Chill, or Kill book club. Although it's probably not. It's probably too funny to be a thriller. I don't know. I'll ask Stacy. But either way, these are the 5 books for my mini book haul / retail therapy. And I paid $0 for these books, which is fun. Yay me. All right, so those are the books that I got in my mini book haul. Have you read any of these books? Please let me know what you thought of them, whether you loved them, whether you hated them, thought they were kind of meh. Do you think I will enjoy any of these books? Please leave your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the Bookish Drummer and go join the Bookish Drummer Discord. I also have my Patreon page and my Amazon wishlist linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a fantastic day.